Ever feel like your home's too loud, even when it's quiet? Like your stuff's breathing down your neck? Yeah, I've been there. Boxes, drawers, someday, items stacked in every corner. You tell yourself it's normal, that everyone lives like this. But deep down, something aches. You crave space, peace, stillness. This ain't just about clearing shelves. It's about clearing your life. And today, I'm going to show you 10 real minimalist rules that actually work, even if you're not ready to call yourself a minimalist. Let's start slow. Let's start real. Let the silence teach you what you truly need. There's something eerie about an empty room. Like the first time you sit in it, after you've stripped it bare, you almost feel exposed, vulnerable, like you're waiting for something to come fill the space. Noise maybe, or distractions. But here's where the shift happens. You let it stay quiet. You don't rush to hang art or shove things back in. You sit, just sit. And in that silence, you start to hear yourself again. Not the version chasing productivity or buying stuff to feel worthy, but the quieter one, the truer one. She don't need much, just sunlight, a soft chair, a room to breathe. That's where you learn what matters. Not from the magazines or Instagram reels, but from stillness. Stillness is honest. It never lies. Don't declutter to impress. Do it to heal. People get it twisted. They think minimalism is about aesthetics. White walls, pretty shelves, that soft, dreamy lifestyle. Sure, that part's nice, but that's not the reason to start. The real reason? You're tired. Tired of the noise, the pressure, the way stuff piles up not just in corners, but inside your chest. That's what happened to me, anyway. One morning I looked around and realized I was drowning, not in water, but in things I thought I needed, thought I had to keep, for appearances, for status. But none of it made me happy, just heavier. So I began clearing, not for beauty, but for breath, for clarity. Healing doesn't happen in chaos. It happens in space. Your future self is begging you to let go. Look, I get it. Some things are hard to toss. The jacket that never fit. That expensive pan you might use someday. The drawer full of tangled cords. But every time you walk past those things, something happens. You feel guilty, like you're disappointing some future version of yourself who'll magically use it all. But let me tell you, that future self, she's tired too. She doesn't want to untangle cords or wear clothes that don't feel good. She wants lightness, freedom. She's begging you, not for more stuff, but for less regret, less noise, less burden. You want to love her? Let it go. She'll thank you. She really will. Stop saying someday. It's stealing your peace. We all have that closet, or box, or basement. Stuff marked someday. Someday I'll fit into this. Someday I'll fix that. Someday I'll need this tool, this paper, this project. But here's the hard truth. Someday is a thief. It steals space, time, energy, and worse, it clutters your present with guilt. You don't need a better storage solution. You need to stop living in maybes. Maybe someday you'll regret tossing it. Or maybe you'll finally breathe, finally find calm. Minimalism isn't about future-proofing your life. It's about honoring today, right now. That's where life happens, not in someday. The more you own, the more owns you. Sounds backwards, right? But it's real. Every item you keep, it wants something from you. Space, dusting, maintenance, decision-making. And when it stacks up, you start to feel buried. Like your things don't belong to you. You belong to them. I felt it once. After a move, I was surrounded by boxes. Couldn't find a coffee maker. Couldn't breathe. That's when it hit me. I wasn't living in a home. I was living in a storage unit. So I made a promise. If it didn't serve me, really serve me, it didn't stay. That's when I got free. Things shouldn't weigh more than your peace. Minimalism isn't perfect. It's personal. Let's be honest. Not everyone's going to live with 3 shirts and 1 spoon. That's not real life. That's Instagram minimalism, the kind that fits in a square. Real minimalism? It's messy sometimes. It's emotional. It's you keeping your grandma's quilt, even if it doesn't fit the aesthetic. It's you needing 3 pairs of boots for work and walking in rain. That's okay. There's no scoreboard, no judge. The only rule is this: if it feels right in your soul, keep it. If it drains you, ditch it. Minimalism isn't about perfection. It's about peace. And that looks different for everyone. Clutter hides in habits too. It ain't just physical stuff. Clutter creeps into your schedule, your inbox, your habits, the calls you always take out of guilt, the apps that pull your attention like little thieves, that late night doom scroll that leaves you empty. You gotta declutter there too. Start noticing which habits give you energy and which ones bleed you dry. Just like your closet, you're allowed to clean house on your routines. Cancel plans. Turn off alerts. Say no. It's not rude. It's sacred. Clearing space in your day is how you reclaim your life. Minimalism doesn't stop at the front door. It follows you in. You don't need more time. You need less stuff. I used to say it all the time. I just need more time. But time wasn't the problem. I was spending it digging, searching, re-cleaning, rearranging, managing, all because I had too much. More than I needed. More than I loved. Turns out, when you let go of things, you get something back. Not just space, but time. So much time. Mornings feel calmer. Cleaning's quicker. I can actually find things. The house doesn't scream at me anymore. Want more time? Start with your junk drawer. Then move outward. It's all connected. Less stuff equals more living. Your home is a mirror of your inner world. One day, I walked in my kitchen and just stood there. Looked around. The piles, the crumbs, the unopened mail. And I realized, this is me. My home, it wasn't lying. It reflected everything I was carrying inside. The stress, the avoidance, the burnout. It was all there, in the clutter. That's when I knew if I wanted to change how I felt, I had to change what surrounded me. So I started small. One corner, one shelf. As the clutter left, so did the noise in my head. Slowly, gently, my home became lighter. And so did I. Your surroundings shape you. Choose them with care. Letting go is the most loving thing you can do. Letting go ain't easy. It stirs up grief, guilt, old memories. You hold something in your hands and remember a moment, a person, a version of yourself you're not ready to release. But here's what I learned. Love doesn't live in the object. It lives in you. And sometimes, letting go isn't betrayal. It's the most loving act. For yourself, for the space you're in, for the person you're becoming. You're not tossing away love. You're making space for new kinds of it. Quieter kinds, simpler kinds. You're saying, I matter too. And that's what minimalism really means. Minimalism ain't about empty walls or cold spaces. It's about choosing what matters and letting the rest go. Little by little. One drawer, one habit, one old memory at a time. You don't have to be perfect. You just got to be honest about what brings you peace and what don't. If today's video stirred something inside you, stick around. Here at Rustic Pantry, we talk about simpler living, slower days, and finding beauty in the quiet corners of life. So, subscribe if that feels right. And tell me below, what's the one thing you're finally ready to let go of? I'll be right here with you, one simple step at a time.